Welcome to part 2 of this brief introduction to the delivery and warehouse worker attendance policy. Reliable attendance by our delivery workforce is key to ensuring high-quality service for our clients and their subscribers. In part 2 of this introduction, we will cover the point system of the policy, the actions taken based upon total points incurred, and a way you can reduce your total points by having perfect attendance. Employees are responsible for maintaining good attendance and being punctual when arriving at work. Unreported, unexcused, or excessive absenteeism or lateness is unacceptable and may result in disciplinary action, including termination of employment, to the extent permitted by applicable law. However, PCF understands unexpected circumstances arise from time to time, and therefore, to ensure transparency and fairness, we are implementing a point system to track attendance. Points are incurred for unexcused absence or lateness. Points remain active for 6 months or 183 days from the date they are incurred, and total active points accumulated in the last 6 months dictate the action taken up to termination of employment. There are 3 scenarios covered by the point system: being late, not finishing your route, or being absent altogether. Each of these scenarios puts a strain on the operation and our ability to provide the service our clients and the subscribers on your route expect. We cannot stress enough the importance of communication with the management team when you're going to be late or absent. Remember, if there is an unplanned lateness or absence, you are expected to call your DCM or ADM at least 2 hours before your start time, and if you don't get an answer, leave a voicemail and a text message. Now let's take a closer look. If you're going to be late based upon your scheduled start time, you must call at least 2 hours before your start time, or as soon as it is clear you're going to be late. If you call to report you will be late, you will incur only 1 point. However, if you are going to be late and you do not call in, you will incur 2 points. The difference demonstrates the importance of communicating with the plant management team. If you are delivering and cannot finish your route, calling into the management team will result in 1 point. However, if you do not call in, you will receive 2 points. Again, the difference is communicating with your manager. Finally, there is absence itself. If you must be absent and you call in before your scheduled time to report, you will receive 2 points per day unless you can provide documentation supporting the reason for the absence. If you must be absent and you do not call in at all, you can expect to receive 4 points, which is the maximum for any one instance. No call, no show is the most egregious scenario and puts the most strain on the operation. A word about documentation. Generally, any medical-related absence of 3 or more consecutive days will require documentation releasing you to return to work. Beyond that, we understand that unexpected things will happen and occasional absence might be unavoidable. If upon returning to work, you provide documentation substantiating the absence, regardless if it is 1 or more consecutive days, the points incurred will be reduced to 1. Of course, the documentation must be for the dates of the absence and correlate to the reason for the absence. Documentation must be submitted to your manager on the day you return to work. Remember, points remain active for 6 months. That's 183 days from the date they are incurred, and then they expire. Any new points incurred are added to existing unexpired points. The total you incur determine the action taken. Looking at this grid, there are no surprises. This shows exactly what you can expect. When 2 points are incurred, you can expect to receive a verbal warning. If you accumulate 4 active points, you can expect a written warning. 6 active points will result in a final warning by your manager and human resources. Lastly, if you accumulate 8 or more active points, the result you can expect will be termination of your employment. If you have incurred points, you can help yourself by having perfect attendance. For each period of 30 consecutive scheduled days of perfect attendance, you can reduce total active points by 1. Perfect attendance means being present and on time every scheduled workday for 30 consecutive days. Approved time off doesn't count. Since it's approved, it's not a scheduled day. Oldest points get erased first, and if you haven't incurred any points, you're not eligible. Keep in mind, this presentation is an overview of the policy. Soon, you will receive the complete policy via Paycom. Please make sure you familiarize yourself with the details, and if you have any questions, ask your manager or a representative from the HR team. Thanks for watching.